I'm looking my age. Got the stash. I'm going. What's it called? I'm not hosting tonight. Tonight we got the topic. What does commitment look like to you? Right. I didn't want to host this one because, of course, obviously, my marriage had changed, but it doesn't mean that we're not still committed with each other at the end of the day, right? So commitment looks different, and I love this, right? So shout out to V. We're bringing V on, right? Because I met her in Clubhouse, and I got the stash. What you mean? Wait, pause. Wait, real quick, real quick. Siobhan said I need a shave to take this shit off because she said I look creepy. Like I look like a creep at a strip club. I don't know how I feel about that right now, but but what does commitment look like, right? Does it alter with marriage? What does marriage commitment look like within a marriage? What you know? What I mean, how do we confuse commitment and loyalty too at the same time? So we're gonna dive into so many different topics, so many different discussions that I didn't feel right to actually do it myself. Make sure you share the live with your first five. Again, I am not hosting at all. You know what I mean? Got the hey, what's good with you?
Hello, how are you?
Shay, she's in the building now too. Let me bring her up too. Yeah, she wants to have a creepy.
Full porn mustache.
What the fuck? What
Ooh, I love the shirt.
First of all, we know you mix with Mexican, but that's not
it. What you mean? What you mean?
It's okay.
What you mean?
Okay. It's okay.
I don't mind it.
That makes one of us, so.
Jamal was like, you look like the creep in the strip club. Take that shit off. Anyway, no. Let me get V in the building. I don't. She's new to Facebook. So
okay, that shit grew overnight.
Let me make sure she knows how to do this. But yeah, so tonight's topic is what does commitment look like to you? I hate y'all for making fun of my stash. Let me send her the live real quick, and I still gotta make a post. You guys want to kind of introduce yourself? You can buy me a couple of seconds while I get V.
No problem. Hey everyone, my name is Shanice, Shani V in the building. I have a course out to heal your chakras. Go ahead and check it out in my bio. I'm coming on here to have great conversation with everyone, and I cannot wait. Hey Shay, go ahead.
Hey love, hey everybody, how you doing? First of all, thank y'all for joining us for another Sunday. I think we've been doing this for over a month now. We're like a good month or so in, and support been unreal. So I really just wanted to thank y'all first and foremost. For those of y'all that don't know me, my name is Shay. I'm a sex educator and love and intimacy coach. One of the surprises I have for you guys today is that I will officially be launching my store this week. So I have some goodies, surprises for you guys to enjoy. I'm really excited. It's all surrounded around love and intimacy. We're going to bring love into 2022. Okay. I think we all deserve a little bit of love. Okay. So
but I'm still waiting for V. Look, she's very new to Instagram, and I don't know if she knows how to join the live. I'm trying to hit her up. I have no idea.
Is she live at the moment?
Huh?
Is she live at the moment?
Mm-mm.
No.
So I don't even know. Man, I don't want to run it back. So I'm slightly, yeah. Let me shit. I don't know. My apologies. I'm gonna take my L on this one because I'm trying to call her. But yeah, I probably have to run it back. I'll probably have to go back live again. I'll probably be back to live again.
No problem.
Right,
in a second.
Slightly, yeah. Let me shit. I don't know. My apologies. I'm gonna take my L on this one because I'm trying to call.
And I'm one third of the Porter family. I typically don't do this. I'm in the comment section, but for some reason I get to grace the screen with you guys on a You Probably Should Know day. So hello, people. Yes, yes. So go ahead and introduce yourself just for the audience, and we'll let V go as well.
Okay. Hey everyone, my name is Shani V. You guys can check me out on internet. I have a course out for toxic healing to get your chakras healed. Go ahead and check that out. And yes, I'm here for the conversation.
Hello, everyone. I am V, and I was invited by Mr. Alex, and I am solo polyamorous, and I look forward to talking with everyone.
Okay, all right. It's nice to actually meet you, V. Like actually see you. I've heard of you, but I've never actually got to see your face.
This is probably the first time a lot of people will see my face within the last 5 or 6 years, because I don't ever post any pictures. I never go on video, so this is my very first one.
Thank you.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Thank you.
I have questions, so I'll go do a quick introduction so we can dive right into it. Hey, everybody, I'm Jay. I am one of the hosts of You Probably Should Know, hosted every Sunday at 6 o'clock your time. I'm a sex educator, love and intimacy coach, and throughout the night, we'll be dropping some gems on what we do, share with you guys our lifestyle, our opinions, and things like that. So I do want to go ahead with what the topic that we so what we're talking about tonight. What does commitment look like? So earlier, if you guys heard, I talk about, you know, people's their own definition of what commitment is, and it is. Sometimes you find as soon as someone says, "Well, that's not what it looks like for me. This is what it looks like," we're quick to invalidate that. So I wanted to start the conversation off with, Shalon, did you want to define it? Did you want me to define it? And then we can right. You can go ahead and define it. You can go ahead and define it. Cool. So this is one of what commitment looks like for someone by standard definition. So when you're committed, you have a particular attitude towards something and act according to that result. But commitment can be, and often is, breaking our feelings or resolving change. And it's different from loyalty, because loyalty is faithful to your commitments, regardless of whether or not those feelings or actions are reciprocated. So loyalty is different. So committed is being committed. Is my audio not? Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. Everybody's saying your audio is coming in and out. It's real choppy. They thought they were on the phone with a call center receptionist for a minute. They're going to hang up on you. You froze. And Shani, you're on. I can't hear you.
So I said, while she's getting it fixed, am I choppy? Is everything okay on my end?
Yeah,
you're good.
Okay, good.
You sound
All right, so while she's getting it in, we can talk about what commitment looks like to us.
Right. So
Right.
kind of just go ahead and explain what commitment kind of looks like to you. You want to go ahead, Shani?
Okay. Well, commitment to me is understanding what you two have, or you three have between, or you four have between each other, parallel as well as all around. Because at the end of the day, to me, as long as there's an understanding of what it is, I can sit here and move how I need to move within that relationship. And things change over time. So commitment might look like today might not look the same in 5 years or in 10 years, because individuals are also going through their own life. So that's what commitment looks like to me, understanding of what one has within that relationship.
Okay, and you have a little bit of feedback, like there's an echo.
You're sad too.
I don't know. Do you want to go ahead, V, and explain what commitment looks like to you a little bit?
Sure. For me, commitment simply means promise. We each make a promise to choose each other every day, and whatever that looks like. And at the and when we don't choose to be with each other, then that's the commitment is over. So I make it very simple. It's not super complicated for me. And to me, the more simple it is, the easier it is for me to abide by it.
Right.
So that's to me.
Let me see if I can get them back in here. Can you guys hear me? All right. Let me hear. Let me. I can't really hear you right now. You guys cannot hear me? There you go. You sound a little better, but you're still kind of choppy. Is it this one? Shannon, let me hear you. Do you sound better?
Can you hear me now?
You still have an echo, but it's not that bad. Okay. So I can hear you. And I don't know, you sound chopped up, like you visited chopped up and screwed records or something. I don't know what's wrong with your audio.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys.
So
to get it together.
Let me see. So to me, I feel like commitment to me is, it's sort of along the lines of loyalty, even though, things could change in the blink of an eye. As long as I can depend on you, and I know I don't have to question every single thing that you do in life, and you're equally there for me as much as I'm there for you, and we're on this team together, and I don't think I'm putting in more than you, then, to me, my commitment looks a little bit different, just like everybody's did. So that's kind of what our first question kind of was. Does commitment look different to everybody? So I would say yes, it does. Like, I respected all you guys' answer.
I'm gonna jump in. What up, V? I want to just say hi to V because I've been doing Clubhouse with me and V are in love secretly. I wanted to announce that here. But no, I'm gonna go ahead and help a little bit with the interview too, because I know y'all are choppy. I don't know what's going on with y'all's mics or what's going on. But no, they said mute our sound if you're not talking. That might help too. If everybody mute when they're not speaking. But so again, when we're talking about commitment, I know y'all talked about the different perspective of it. And you spoke it from your perspective, right? But knowing that everybody's commitment is different, just how each of y'all kind of spoke on it a little bit. How important is it that our partner's commitment style, or the way that they view commitment, is it to align for us to have a successful relationship? How does that look like for you guys?
So I try to ask everyone, what is it that they would like from a relationship, and what does that look like, and how do they navigate relationships? So if the way that they navigate and I navigate align, then and it's compatible, then I go forward with that. So long as they honor that, and I try to make it as simple as possible, because for me, I don't think that when I'm in a relationship with someone, or if anybody's in a relationship with anyone, that they should change or be inauthentic just because they're with that person. So for me, it's more like, this is how I move. Are you with it or not? And if we do decide to share space, then I'm not going to change the way I move just because you're here. But I want to be able to honor how you move, and that's pretty much how I do it, to see if they honor their commitment. And if it changes, I always say, just let me know if it changes. And I believe in relationship transition. So how it is right now, if in 8 months we want to change it, then we could change it as well. So it's something that's organic.
I love that. Because I will let you guys answer that. I'm gonna come back to that.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, cool. So my take on commitment, and if it's important for my same commitment style as me, is no necessarily. I think the baseline for like morale and character, it's kind of like when someone loves, they may show love just a little bit, right? So for me, that commitment aligns with like respect, and I'm with V. I know that there will be changes, there will be situations that test us, but if you're committed to doing this with me, figuring it out, and I'm open to there being some differences.
What about you, Shanice?
So yes, I definitely agree with everything that has been said across the board, because the fact that openness is everything, and understanding and respect. And at the end of the day, as long as what we both want align, that's when we can move forward. When it doesn't align, that's when we no longer move forward, and we can navigate as friends, or more so we don't have to deal with each other at all.
No, but does your commitment style need to align with like your spouse's? That was the next question.
Does my commitment style need to align with my spouse's? I say closely, yes, but it's not going to actually line up, perfectly. There's going to be things that need to be compromised with in order to see yourself down the line in the future. If you're just going to think on your own commitments without putting the other person into the picture, then you're selfish and you're not really open to that relationship blossoming.
And that's why some relationships break up. Like we know right now with the whole like celebrities relationships and how Megan Good and the Currys and Lisa Bonet and Will Smith, 2 out of 4 of them altered their relationship so they could continue to be together, and the other 2 they just separated. So it's like, it depends on what you want to do and what commitment looks like to you. Sometimes you can alter things and sometimes you just can't. And hey, you do you, I do me, but I still want to do life with you, but let's do it alternatively.
So I wanted to add in just like a little bit of education commitment, right? So you have commitment, which you are affectionate for what you do. Like you're loyal to who you are, person. You're a committed person. So like V said, it doesn't matter if someone else changes or if they wavers, like an effective commitment, right? Then you have commitment, which is like you commit out of fear of losing. So you're like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm just going to do it because I don't want this person to leave. I don't want to. And, we've all obviously maybe experienced it or we saw someone done it before. And then you have normal, which is a sense of obligation to. So I think that could be a healthy variation of all 3. Like, obviously, fear can be looked at as a good thing, right? Fear does protect us. If I'm afraid to go down that street, I'm not going down that street, right? I look at it like if I'm building a home and a house for my family, I have to lose that. I not give my family what they deserve. To a certain extent, I think that you can have a healthy variation of all 3 of those types of commitment.
Absolutely. I agree. At first, I felt a little judged, but I'm okay now.
Look, when I had brought up this conversation to Shane, I was like, look, I met V, when she had brought up what does commitment look like, right? I loved it. I was like, we got to touch on this because there's so much, it's different to everybody. But people put it one way, like that's it, that's the be all end all. And if it's not that, then your relationship is not real or authentic. It's like, what? Are you serious? That's why I love that. So no, definitely love the
because it's like, does commitment always equal to marriage?
That's what I'm going to next. Hold on.
Okay.
My questions. You getting too quick with it. Hold on. But okay, so no, you got it because I'm asking all y'all questions.
Yes, we're all getting interviews tonight.
Okay, this is my last question, and I'm gonna let you guys take over. I love doing this. This is my thing. All right, this is my last question. Why do some have trouble with commitment?
Ooh.
I'll answer that first, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
So, I'm a bit older, so this is before the amount of education was out there. So it was kind of basically either you were monogamous or you were commitment phobe. So even going through therapy, therapists are trained towards basically with centering monogamy. So even when you look at certain psychological articles, they'll say this is why a person is a commitment phobe, all because they don't go by the constructs of monogamy. So to me, I like to preface that I never wanted to get married because I never wanted to be a wife, because I felt like being a wife was, it was a lot. And I felt like that I just could not go, abide by that. So I did spend years thinking I was a commitment phobe until I found out about non-monogamy. And I was just like, that makes sense, because I don't like anything that feels like a constraint. or that's pre-written up for me to fall into line. So to me, I think people avoid commitment because they have it backwards. You're supposed to tailor it to yourself, not yourself to whatever that commitment supposed to look like, that construct is supposed to look like. And to me, I think I don't think anyone, in my opinion, is a commitment phobe. It's just that they don't go along the constructs of strict monogamy. So if they don't go to there, so they can find things. People find ways to be committed to things and people in their own way once they have the language to do so. So that's my point of view on that.
I love that. I love it.
Love that.
You want to add to it?
Yes, because mine goes back maybe into like I'm going back to the why, right? And I do think that it's because of how we're taught. It's our upbringing, right? You're taught to commit or you're taught, but there's never any explanation on what that looks like. So if the generations before us had commitment issues, which is what they named it, but there was never any exploration around that. Like, let's figure out like why these people are afraid to commit. I don't even know if there are any studies around what a commitment phobe person is or what that looks like. Because I think that if we actually took the time out to ask people questions like, well, why don't you? What does it look like to you to have relationships, and what needs to show up in your relationship for them to be, valuable to you? I think that we would get a lot of different answers that would tell us that most people really are not commitment. I've questioned myself, right? I thought like, am I a commitment phobe? I love a lot of people. A lot of people love me throughout my lifetime, and I think I'm a commitment phobe. I think I'm a people person, and I don't have to necessarily like romantic relationships with them or, relationships with them for it to be a committed. Y'all good in my book. We friends. I'm down with you. I'm loyal. Like I see you, but it just looks different. So V, I definitely agree with your perspective.
I love that. And for me, I've always loved marriage. I've always loved the construct of being in the home, but then I realized that I can't do that and do business and do this and do that. And it's like when you're able to share that with that part of you with different people, commitment can look different on different ends of how you work, how you live your life. So commitment definitely can look different between everybody.
For me, I think people are scared to commit because they're scared of failure. They're scared of the outcome. They're scared of, what if I put all my eggs in this basket and go down this route? What if it doesn't work out? Am I going to look stupid? Am I being played?
And expectations are put out, because then it's like, okay, now that I'm committed to you, what do I expect from you? And then it's like, wait, should you even have expectations? But then how can you not have expectations?
I think
that's what freaks me out right there. When you said expectation, that's why I did not want it before. It's like I'm actually like getting like chills right now, because it's like I cannot. And let me put my disclaimer: I am not anti-monogamy. I am not anti-marriage. I'm just anti-monogamy for me and anti-marriage for me. But I'm ready for everybody else. I want to put them out.
So I think also when it comes to, go ahead, Shay, my apologies.
I was gonna say, because when Denise brought up marriage, I was like, okay, yeah, I could see how people could think there's a separation between the two, like between Shani V, but at the same time, here we all are, and so it literally, it just looks different for us, because I believe in marriage. I want to be married. I've been married before. I do believe in the commitment of marriage, but what that looks like for me, some people say, well, are you guys really to each other if you guys are probably not commitment? What do they call it? You're just
getting to the marriage part. We're gonna get to the marriage part in a minute. Hold on, you guys are just ready to go. I said like two more questions. I only promised one more, but I'm gonna do two more. But let me talk about this expectations. I think we got to stop putting expectations out there, especially on a relationship, and start looking at what we desire. It won't be too disappointing. These are things that we're putting on the table that we desire for things to happen within our relationship and how we see things. Because the moment we create those to be expectations, we end up getting mad when they're not met. But really, who's to blame? We are ourselves, because we should never place those there. We should be transparent by setting them up to being desires first and foremost, and see if they can actually, meet you on that level with those desires and fulfill them as necessary for yourself. I didn't want to sit there and say that. But my next question, I'm getting there. I know Shay broke down Do people confuse
Commitment.
what commitment and loyalty was? You know, do you believe a lot of people confuse what commitment and loyalty are?
If you're committed to somebody, I would feel like you are loyal to them, whether in a friendship as well as in a relationship. Like for me, my friendship, I'm committed to my friendship. So yeah, I'm gonna be loyal. I'm not gonna talk about you behind your back or do certain things behind your back or not help you out on certain things and like things like that. So really, it's hand in hand.
Negative is not. It's not hand in hand.
To me, it is. To me, maybe that's your opinion, but
Look,
if you're committed
so when
to
you
me,
are committed,
you're also loyal.
When you are committed, you have a particular attitude towards something. Hold on. Let me talk. When you are committed, you have a particular attitude towards something and act according to that resolve. But commitment can be and often are broken as our feelings are resolved or changed. Loyalty is being faithful to your commitments regardless of whatever or not those feelings and actions are reciprocated. So it is different. There is a difference. You're talking mainly loyalty because commitment can also change.
But it seems like the loyalty, like if the commitment shifts and the commitment is no longer there, then what am I loyal to? So I think what are you loyal to? Are you loyal to the commitment? Are you loyal to the person? Are you loyal to the marriage? Committed to the marriage? Are you committed to the person? Are you committed to whatever the situation? So I think if we can clearly define what we're actually committed and loyal to, it'll help us navigate a little bit better. I can be loyal to a person, but I'm not loyal. I'm not going to. It's hard to be loyal to something you're not committed to. That's to me.
Yeah, no.
If if I don't even know you from a can of paint, what do I have to be loyal to you for? I know you.
I have no loyalty, no ties to you.
I'm committed and invested in this, then that's where my loyalty lies. My loyalty lies in this commitment. So yes, they might be different, but one directly together.
I'll give you that. I like that. You keep breaking in and out. I don't know why. Oh, Rashad said he disagreed. I need to hear Rashad right in the DMs why you disagreed. I right.
Put it in the question thing so it can come through, so we can see it.
Yeah, definitely. But to me, you know, I really don't know. I just think people also become prisoners of loyalty. You get too committed to the situation at hand. You know, I mean, that's very troubling at sometimes. You know, and that's like really. I love what you said last time, Shay, when I spoke to you about commitment. You know, you were committed to this is where I'm gonna convert it to the marriage. You know, when we go into marriage, right, and we look at marriage, does the commitment actually change? There was a beautiful statement that Shay did actually tell me about when it came to marriage. I'm gonna let you go ahead and say it yourself, because I might chop it up.
Yeah. So basically, what I was saying is, there was a point in time in my marriage where I like paid, I wouldn't do it. I'm like, I know, you know, he out doing his thing. I could be doing mine too, and people encourage me to do it, but I refuse to do it. And all in all, I want to say maybe after a year and a half of being separated, I realized that I wasn't committed to the man. I was committed to my marriage. And I feel, and that hit me so deep because I have yet to hear anybody talk about that. And I wonder sometimes in marriages, people stay, are they committed to the marriage? Are they committed to the family? That's why I said we have to really think about, like, what am I committed to, right? Am I committed to the marriage or am I committed to the man? And at that time, I'm committed to my marriage. But that also makes me question loyalty. Like, loyalty looks different for everybody, right? So for me, the question I want to pose to you guys, do you think that commitment and loyalty look best for women?
Say it again. Do I think commitment and loyalty looks different for men versus women?
Mm-hmm.
I would say yes, in a way, because our loyalties and our commitments that we give to men don't necessarily line up with what they're giving back to us in return. So I would say, yeah, it happens a lot.
I think it definitely looks different because for a man, a man can be loyal and committed, but as people can say, like, okay, how can a man go out and cheat, but then he can sit there and be there with his dogs and like his friends, and like he can be there committed to that, but he can't be committed to his relationships. Like commitment and loyalty, I can see it looking a little different, but for women, when you're committed, you're committed. Like things don't really alter that unless things are going wrong inside. But also with men as well. So, that's a hard one.
Yeah, I can't really say. It's really because I'm thinking of the examples growing up, and to me, it looks the same. I haven't seen it look different based on my experience and my limited observations. But but I've been told that I think a lot like men do. So maybe I'm not the best.
That's the problem I'm feeling right now.
Maybe I'm not the best source.
That's not a bad thing, and I'm going to tell you why. So, in my opinion, so it kind of goes back to me saying, like, we need to understand what are we committed and loyal to. Are we committed to the man? Women might commit themselves to the marriage or the idea of what they want in life until that man shifts, right? And once he shifts, maybe our loyalty and might shift too. Just being honest, right? Just laying it out there. No relationship is perfect. The page that I'm taking out of Ben's book, give away some free game, y'all. Men are committed to themselves. Okay, I'm committed to me too. Okay, at this point in my life, I've learned from some of the best men that I know to be committed to me. And that's why I like what you said. Don't waver based on what somebody else does. Be committed to yourself. So if you say what commitment looks like for me, showing up, being consistent, X, Y, Z, you could still maintain. That's all those things. Doesn't mean that you have to give it to this person, but you could still be a committed individual in who you are as a woman. Would y'all agree with that, or do y'all got any kind of other different?
I totally agree with what you were saying. That's facts.
Okay, look.
What entices you? Sorry. What entices you to commit?
Ooh. I don't want to.
I gotta come with these nice juicy questions. Come on. Well, because at the end of the day, it does take a lot when you're really working on yourself and you're really doing a lot of things by yourself. It's what really entices you to then commit? Yes, you do want love. I'm not saying that you don't. You want somebody to cuddle with at night. You want to be taken out. You want to take somebody else out. Things like that. But what really entices you to commit to that person?
Effort.
Number one thing right there. The effort.
That is it. Matching effort for effort. That's what does it. I spent my younger years not understanding that. Okay, I'm just going to be honest or transparent. So I used to look at other people's relationship and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe. I can't even believe. And then I met my first love and I was like, I can't even believe I'm like this. I can't even believe I'm like this. And I still call this person my first love to this day. It's been over 20 years. And I learned a lot about myself in that relationship. And in that relationship, I felt like, some of use I statements, I felt like I was putting all the effort to make sure that the relationship worked. Whatever needed to be done, I was the one to do it and was not really looking for or expecting any effort on his part, which basically his actions was telling me everything I needed to know. But actually his mouth had said some things too. But I still was like, no, we can make it. I'm going to make this relationship work. And when it was over, I had to take a lesson for myself to say effort needs to match effort. So the ones that are in my life that I'm blessed with now, it's the effort for me. So yeah. So I guess effort equals consistency. So
that part.
That's my stance on that.
The effort and the consistency have to be there. I agree. If there's no effort and no consistency with that effort, I can't even entertain you throughout the week. You don't have I have ADHD. You gotta show me some shit. If you ain't showing me some shit to keep me entertained, or keeping you entertained, then we can't be cool.
That part. So fully what I'm gonna fit.
So I think to add on to that, I would say show up for me It said show up for me in the way that I would show up for you. So I think showing, being there, it to me, and patience, right? So like if you're, then you also show me that you want to be here. Like if you show me you want to be around me, inquisitive, that's gonna make me look at you. Now I'm like, okay, this person, they want to be around me, and then like that safe bond, that communication. I think all of those things are under the umbrella of commitment for me. It's my relationships are heavily based, no matter what level they're in friendship. So if you can be my friend, you're gonna get along. You're gonna go real far.
Okay, so unapologetically, Holly asks, who amongst us of the speakers are married, single, or committed to somebody? Well, sir, I am married to Mr. Porter. Questionable. Okay.
I am
I can't stand him.
going through a separate moment. So I am dating and single, going around with solo poly at the moment.
Is your DMs open? I'm pretty sure people want to know.
Honestly, I have been focused mainly on business and getting my money up and the kids and making I structure that a lot differently, because at the end of the day, the kids are here, like we have to do what's right for them as well as ourselves, and healing before going into something else does matter. I have been talking to different people, but I don't feel like conversations really do go as well as I would like, or the effort is not really on that level. So for me, I'm like, I can take a step back from dating at the moment and focus on what needs to be, and then I'll get back in there when I'm ready.
Fair enough.
So we have a couple of questions. Your DMs are open, Shani.
Under my status before they ask about look, because they might not. I'm divorced, but I'm married. Hey, I'm pretty and I'm gangster. What's up?
Boom. There you go.
And I am partnered. And I hope they never leave me.
Nice. Yes, I cannot wait to be partnered up again. Okay, I love love. All right, but I understand that I need to take the time, and listen, the people in my life right now are pretty good. I just had somebody cook me food, assist me eat. Like they're in the poly community. It's nice. I can't lie. It's nice.
I know. I've seen that. You had somebody come through and chef up for you. I was like, oh, that must be nice.
Listen. I could not be any more grateful. I was very grateful for that. It was good too.
Yeah.
Well, just
So someone asked, I can't see this comment actually.
I can't see any of the comments.
Yeah, my comments stopped a long time ago. But
I think.
What do you love about commitment?
I think Shalon was getting to.
Okay, go ahead, Shalon.
Did you
Yeah, it says, I guess it's another point is that I would like to make is that women typically do not fully commit until they see that the man is committed. A man does not have that privilege. Do y'all guys agree?
I'm gonna be very I prioritize safety, and if I don't feel safe as a woman of a man, I will not do him. I will not commit. I will not friend. I will not do anything. So when he can show me and a space of safe commitment, consistency, once those things are, it is a lot. I will say that. So I agree with that. I want to say that's an I statement. That's how I feel.
That's how I feel. How about you guys, V?
I'm going to. That's hard for me to say. I really don't have an opinion one way or the other, to be honest, about that. So yeah, that's pretty much my stance.
Now I will say I'm not sitting around waiting or anything like that, because I'm interested. I'll express interest. I'll, in my own look, don't worry about how I do it. You know, I will express interest, and you know, if it's reciprocal, and it's about, I think it's about reciprocity more than anything. Like you give a little to, so I'm not a closed off person just waiting for somebody to put all their eggs in. It's a give and take. It's definitely reciprocity. Give a little, get a little.
Yeah, you're starting to get a lot of feedback again, Shay.
I definitely agree with that. You have to give and take. And at the end of the day, like, you can't sit here. For me, if I'm talking to you, where I want this to go, and we have had the conversation back and forth, why am I not going to sit here and take those steps and figure out what that looks like? Like, that's just wasting time. But also, from the men in my life, I heard that women are going on dates 4 or 5 times, not even like having a kiss. And I'm like, I don't understand. Are you going on dates just to like food, or are you going on dates to really get to know these people? So it's very different, these altogether.
You got a little, you got some feedback going on, Shani. So for me, do I think it in that question that yes, actually, women do force men to commit first. And if the man is not committed, then they're not filling them in that fashion. They're just going to keep it moving. Or they're going to be on their roster. They're going to be free meal. They're going to be, you know, foot rub. They're going to be nails done. You're not going to be in the rotation like that. You're going to be beneficial to them. But if you're not showing me no real commitment, you're not going to be in my regular lineup. I'm going to use you what I feel you're beneficial for.
I think that's why reciprocity is important, because if that person desires, like, he might have commitment, like, that's not what he wants to be present in our space, then yeah, wait, I don't mind. It's not gonna hurt my feelings. You know, it's not going to change who I am as a woman. I know that I'm but if this person doesn't share that in space with me, then I'm sharing that. Our relationship look different because we can't be friends. We don't have committed friends. And it might just look like, it just might look different for that partner. You know, it might look different for me, but the partner may get a different type of commitment, which brings me into a question I have for you ladies, which is, does commitment look different based on the person? And if so, like how?
Your audio is breaking up really bad, Shay.
So I should preface this. I am aromantic, meaning that I don't perceive romanticism in my relationships. So for me, on my part, none of them are romantic. The best way that I can describe my connections is queer platonic. So they're not quite romantic and they're not quite platonic. So they're kind of like somewhere in between. So for me, it's important to start off with friendship with any of the connections that I have. And then we kind of design it going forward depending on the person. So yes, it's going to look different per person because they're different people. But it's not, on my behalf, it's not shaped in any type of romanticism. So from the outside looking in, all of my connections can all look like friendship, but they're not. They are friendships, but a little bit more. So that's what kind of makes the conversation when people talk about commitment a little bit different for me, because I don't again perceive romanticism. Now, I'm a person who like romantic movies, romantic songs, romantic books. I love romanticism for everybody else. Like, oh, you got flowers that are beautiful. You know, that's me for everybody else. But for me, I just like, I don't get it. So for me, that's why to me, commitment has to be something extremely simple so that we can both be authentic. So with my partners seeing things from a romantic side, I want to make sure it's authentic for them and authentic for me without anybody feeling like they have to sacrifice just for us to be together. So I hope that answers the question.
And so what does commitment look like for me? That's the question, right? What your question was?
Does commitment look based on the person, based on the relationship with the individual?
Does my commitment change based on the relationship that I have with the individual? Absolutely, yes. Because depending on if you're a close friend or associate or a husband or a boyfriend or anybody in my life. So depending on where you're labeled at in my life is where my commitment lies with you, where my loyalties lie with you as well. You got to show me what you're giving to me on the table as well. Like, can't just keep giving you all my good stuff and you're not giving me shit back. No, we need some fair exchange, ain't no robbery here.
I definitely agree with that. I would like to also say, do you think, are you automatically loyal to someone?
Am I automatically loyal to someone?
Yes, does loyalty already coming into a new friendship, relationship? Is loyalty already come, or is loyalty built up? How do you be loyal to that?
I'm loyal to an extent. As I get to know you, my loyalty grows. So if I'm just barely getting to know you, of course, you ask me for $1, I might trust you with $1 to go to the vending machine saying you're going to pay me back tomorrow. You wait 2.5 months to pay me my $1 back. I don't know, we might have a little bit of issues. So you might not be on that same, our friendship is going to build a little slower. You got to show me some shit. So my loyalties go based off that for me. Like, I'll give you a little bit. So here, you can take these pennies right here. Hold my favorite fucking pennies. Don't lose my favorite fucking pennies. Don't spend them at the store. Don't suck them up at the car wash. And when I come back in a month, if you got my pennies, you showing me who you are. But if I come back and you only got 2 or 1, or you tell me, damn, I can't remember where I put them motherfuckers, then I can't trust you for shit.
I think for me,
I love it.
How I show up is things you're gonna get from me in the beginning of a friendship is like kindness. Like, I'm gonna be kind to be considerate because we're getting. So I'm gonna consider a lot of things. You don't see a situation where we may handle, and I'm like, nah, because I should have handled it like that. And then I think that I'm with building of things, right? Like, you can't have something that never existed. So it's important in a relationship when you start off effort for effort. Are we building this? Building trust? Are we building loyalty? Are we building and commitment? So that effort for effort. So it's a baseline, and then
I am unfortunately, well, it depends on how you see it. I am immediately loyal. So for me, my loyalty goes deep and it goes far. And I'm really good at it, but it's up to you to fuck it up. And then and I'm one of those people, like, once I get to the end and I'm done, I'm done. So that's really on you to, I guess, harm yourself with it. But for some reason, I kind of see the best in people when I meet them. And if there's something where where the vibe and the energy is like, oh no, you're cool people, and I can give you loyalty, and I have no problem with that. And then I just kind of let my discernment figure out the rest. But when we were talking about loyalty, I realized that a lot of people misconstrue or misunderstand loyalty because they think loyalty means you're a yes person. So, and it's like, so we have one fight and now we're not, talking anymore. And it's like, what? Just because I disagreed with your opinion or let you know that what you did wasn't right, and now I'm not a loyal person. Like, say what? So now I've been like more conscious about that and watch how people move within their friendships, and particularly their friendships and their family relationships, because that tells me a lot. And then I also then after that, I look at your your romantic or your other partnerships to see how you, because no matter what someone tells you, you just look at their actions and it'll tell you the truth. So
this brings up a question that I want to ask you, ladies. Like, what can someone do to show you that they're not committed?
Just disappear.
Sorry, one more time. What did you say?
What was your question? What can someone do to show you that they're not committed?
No call, no show.
Inconsistency.
Block my number. Out of nowhere, we could be in the middle of a text thread and that shit don't go through no more. Oh, he ain't really there.
To me, that's pretty much, that's the crux of it to me, is just basically don't even disappear, or your consistency and effort falls off. Now, let me say, it falls off without explanation, because what I've had to learn is that, and I'm going to just say in relation to men folk, and this is just my observation, again, my observation and what I've experienced, when they go through something, instead of letting you in and know, they kind of disappear because they want to handle it on their own. But it's like they fail to understand that you're together and you're supposed to be vulnerable with me so you can tell me what's going on, and I'm not going to think less of you.
Less of you, yep.
So then they, so I've had things where like people just disappear, and I have a little thing about that. I get a little twinge about that, because then I get concerned about a person. Like, did you harm yourself? Did something go wrong? Did you fall? So it's just not that. And and probably the real reason I felt like this is I had one of my first partners. We were supposed to go out on a date, and he called to come pick me up. And then all of a sudden, a couple of hours went by. I was like, "Where is he?" And I called him. I was like, "I know he did not show up and call me." So a couple of days later, I didn't hear anything, and so I'm on the phone with my sister. I can't believe, and blah blah blah, and when I talked to him, he don't ever have to call me again. So we had just become Facebook friends, and I just so happened to go online and check his profile page, because he pretty much posts every day when he does a workout. And all of a sudden, I see all these condolences, and I was like, "What happened?" And apparently he had passed away when he was on his way to come get me, and I didn't know. And I found out through his Facebook, and contacted one of his, reached out to the person who was handling the arrangements, and they explained what happened. So for me, I always get that twinge if I don't hear from somebody, like, oh my gosh, just something happened. Like, am I not hearing from you because you just done with me, or am I not hearing from you because something happened to you?
Something really happened.
So yeah, so I try not to like automatically just go off the deep end now. I just kind of like, okay, but if you don't want to be committed to me, I will follow up. Like, if you don't want to do this anymore, only thing you have to do is tell me, and I'll cry in the car later. And then that's it.
Something.
But at least you'll know, though.
But I just want to let you ladies know that I had a great time hosting with y'all. I'm ready to let Alex back in. We've been on here for about an hour. I'm about to go and get drunk.
Why you
gotta go
tonight? Just breaking up on live? Like, I feel some type. She just gonna leave. I'm not committed to the live.
I hear the streets calling my name.
Thank you so much.
That's how it usually goes. No, I did love the discussion. I hate that it was breaking up and it was so choppy at the end of the day. I cleaned the kitchen too. Yeah, I was cleaning while y'all were doing this. But definitely love all the perspective that y'all actually put in on what commitment looks like for each of y'all, and then also how people take it in, and really the differences of really the depths of it. I really wanted to touch on that, especially have a woman's perspective, because at the end of the day, it's I can say what I want, right, as a man, but I want to hear the women touch on this topic because my relationship altered. My relationship shifted, and then hold on, I gotta bring Shanice back on. It shifted, and then it took its own creation. We found our own relationship still within the disaster that happened. We made sense of it, and we made it sense for us, not for others. And for others, they hate it. They're against it. Well, some are rocking with it because they're like, yo, love beats all, right? So at the end of the day, I think it's very important. What's up, brother? What's up, son? So I think it's very important that we have these topics, we have these discussions, because people want to hold on to, this is what marriage looks like, this is what commitment looks like, this is what love looks like, and if it ain't this, and it doesn't fit in this box, then it's not real. It's like, wait, pause. Why do I gotta fit in your box? I might want to fit in the goddamn circle. I might want to fit in the bucket. Like, let me be where I'm gonna be. Let me see it how I want to see it, because it doesn't mean my love is less or more than your relationship or committed or anything like that. So I do appreciate that, and I love the insight that y'all gave. V, I want to talk about this book, though. Can you let me know a little bit about it?
Oh my gosh! Now I gotta find the Now I can't even remember the name. But this is so sad. Say the name of the book for me, Alex, please.
I think about
Please don't judge me. So, Jay Hawkins reached out to some of us Black polyamorous women and asked us to share a perspective and a story with her. And she put it together in a lovely book
called Changing the Narrative, Polyamorous Women's Stories.
Thank you for letting me.
I was right there with it.
So the link is on my bio. That you can purchase it. It's for $10, and it's a download. And you know, as far as I know, it's the only book of its kind out there about Black polyamorous women telling our stories. So thank you for letting me plug it. And also Jade's blog link is also on my bio.
Definitely, we had to. I appreciate you so much. She's also on Clubhouse. If you follow her on Clubhouse, trust me, every room she speaks in, you're gonna leave with something. She drops so many jewels. She always has me in awe. I never go on stage when she's on stage, because I'm there to just listen and take it all in. I appreciate you so much, V. I'm so glad that you took the time to come join us and drop some jewels tonight. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go to the next Clubhouse with you. I'm gonna be there with you.
I know. You know, I'm trying to put in my application for the Porter family, so you know, this is part of my application process.
But I already told them, like, I came in earlier. I'm keeping this relationship just to me. You know what I mean? This is me, Greedy and Paulie. Yes, and this is gonna be me being Greedy, you all to me. I ain't nothing else. So
I appreciate you all. Thank you so much.
You have a good one.
You too. Bye.
All right, I have to bring one more person to do a little giveaway. These dope, right? These amazing, huh? I told y'all, what's called?
It definitely is.
Send the request, Shauna. They want to. I need to keep you guys on because you know, we are a team first and foremost, and then also because I know you have your expertise in this area, Shanice.
Sex toys. Is it sex toys?
No, hopscotch. Why would you do that? Why would you go to sex toys? You nasty. No, we're going to sex toys.
You know he has to get on me. You know you got to. You know you got to. Trust me.
You know it's sex toys. You know it's sex toys. What
Hey guys.
How you doing this lovely night?
I'm good. Good.
So I heard there's a raffle.
Yes. So I have my wingman over here because y'all, I get so nervous doing lives. That's why I don't really talk, because I don't like my voice.
You're shaking. You're getting nervous. What are you doing there?
I'm shaking.
Take a shot of tequila. You can't get in the camera, sir. You can't get in the camera. I'm playing with you.
See, I need my wingman by my side. All right, so yeah, because I shake because I don't like the spotlight. So we're doing a raffle for my business, which is called Cookie Box. We're gonna raffle off roses. We are gonna raffle off 2 roses, and so for the first, 20 people send $5 to the Cookie Box handle. So once they send the $5 to the Cookie Box handle, it enters them into a raffle.
Write the handle down so if we're talking about it, they could I could pin it and they don't know where you're talking about. So wait, Cookie Box. Tell them a little bit about Cookie Box. You were jumping in it.
Cookie Box is my lingerie and sex toy line. I have toys for women, I have toys for men, I have toys for couples, BDSM kits, lingerie for women. Right now I'm starting to put like silk boxers and stuff like that on there for men. There's silk sheets on there. There's different yeah, there's different types of things and everything on there. So as of right now, we're gonna do the raffle for roses for the women. So we're gonna do 2 roses. It's gonna be, if they send $5 to Cookie Box, hashtag Cookie Box LLC, which is C00KI3BOX LLC. So it's gonna be 2 roses. So for the first 20 people, we'll raffle off 1 rose. The next 20 will raffle off another rose. And we're going to give away a ticket for Polypalooza. So we're going to do 1 ticket for Polypalooza.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Definitely. So for those who did not hear, Shay asked, when does it start? It started today, right?
Yep.
It starts today. So remember, to enter, go to Cookie Box. Go to that IG right there. I'm more sure you have everything on the page too, like
everything's on the page, everything's in the bio. Everything's on my page as well.
So for those that are unaware, so those about my sex toy expert, my double-headed demon.
So we have roses for the ladies.
I was gonna ask you this. What them roses do?
The roses I have are actually.
I'm pretty sure you heard of the story.
As long as it's by the right manufacturer, it is absolutely amazing.
Yes. Listen, let me tell you.
It will be stocked on my site soon, actually. So yeah.
So we have the roses for the ladies. If men join, then we'll do the cock ring for the men. It does stretch.
You're dead ass. You know what? No lie. I'm not gonna hold you. I have one of those. And yeah, you dead ass.
It's a good thing, bro. It's a good thing.
So you enter for the rose and the cock ring. Does that automatically enter you for the Polypalooza ticket? Or how is that a separate raffle? How does that work?
It's all in one. So what we're gonna do is for the roses, for the first 20 people, cash out $5 to Cookie Box LLC. That's C00KI3BOX LLC. So the first 20 people will be entered into the first raffle. The next 20 will be entered into another raffle for the rose. And within the 40 people that enter in, 1 person will win the Polypalooza ticket.
Okay.
Man, there you have it. That's dope. That's dope right there. So regardless, even if you don't win the rose, you can still win the ticket to Polypalooza. And you said the ring comes with both of them. They get the rose in the ring, or?
So it's 2 separate ones. So if it's a woman who wins, she's gonna get the rose. If it's a man who wins, he has the choice to get his woman a rose, or he can get the cock ring.
Yeah, I was about to say, I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay.
Very nice. What we talking about? What we saying?
That's a good man. He loves his woman. He's not being selfish.
Right.
I love to watch too. It's a beautiful thing.
So if they follow the page, there'll be stuff. There'll be other raffles and giveaways. BDSM kits. I have different BDSM kits. So those will get thrown up there. Couple of different things. The male masturbator, we have a couple of those, so they'll get thrown up there as well.
Look, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not very aware of men's sex toys.
Alex, go to the page.
Go to the page. I'm gonna go to the page.
Go to the page, Alex.
I've been lonely these days. Nah, I'm playing.
Listen.
I make love to myself.
Alex, I got deliveries coming to the house like every couple of days, and she's coming upstairs, babe. Look, I got you this. I'm like, all right, I'm trying.
The mailman probably like the mailman. These motherfuckers.
I was like, hey, I need a tester. Test this out before I put it on the site.
Alex, I had to call out of work on Saturday. I was like, yeah, the fellas, I ain't gonna be out today. They was like, what's wrong? I'm like, everything's all right. I just ain't gonna be out today.
I love it though. I think this is a great thing. Make sure y'all follow Cookie Box. The instructions are on her page as well. Remember, there's 2 prizes here. 2 winners.
3.
Well, 3 prizes. Yeah, 3 prizes altogether. 2 different contested shit, I can't contest. I'm trying to get it all together. Look, I haven't been on here all day. So remember, the first 20, one out of the first 20 is going to win a rose or a cock ring. Same thing, they're going to run it back another time. But out of all the 40, you could also possibly win a ticket to Polypalooza, which is over, what is it, like a $300 value for that ticket?
I think it's 187.
187. Oh, Murder Gang. So you know what it is. That right there. But hey, shit. Definitely make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all follow Cookie Box. We'll be promoting it throughout the week too as well. So love y'all. I don't know if you want to say anything else. Kind of touch it up. You know what I mean? Let them know anything.
That's about it.
You got it all, man. You got it all.
I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Shay, you did a wonderful job. Shanice, you left. I ain't got nothing to say to you. No, I'm playing B. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Much love. Really appreciate y'all. Shout out, Rob. I'll get with y'all.
All right,
Have a good one. All right, peace.